And sometimes it's right for every win. Someone must fail, but there comes a point when...
Hello students, this week we will talk about system software. I'm going to go through this a little bit fast. It's kind of a just a little professor-student relationship, making sure that you understand that I'm still here, and I go through some of the assignments a little bit, and if you had a little question or two, you can shoot me an email from these PowerPoints. So this is kind of setting up a feedback situation here, where if you see something in here that you have questions about, you can always let me know. We're going to go into system software. System software handles most of your technical details. You know, when your computer first starts up and you hit that power button, you start initiating things from your operating system, such as your utilities and device drivers. Language translators, that's not really important to your system software. That's not key. That loads more with your operating system and not what gets your operating system going. Operating systems is the collection of programs that handle the technical tasks within your system. When you move your mouse, when you do clicks, when you go to a web browser, any actions that you do on your computer as soon as it starts, the operating system handles that. Functions of the operating system, it does memory management, it does video management, it provides a little security, and it provides you with a GUI, which you've seen in the previous chapters, the graphical user interface to multiple graphic user interfaces. It's the graphical user interface of all graphical user interfaces. You have to have your operating system GUI before you see any other GUI. Features of the operating system, of course, you have your booting. Whenever you hit that power button, it goes through loading your drivers, loading your video, loading your memory, loading your software, loading everything that you need as a user. The operating system, since it is built on top of a GUI, you still have your same pieces as you would in basic applications or specialized applications. You have your icons, you have pointers, windows, menus, diagram boxes, and help. Good thing about operating system, there's always help buttons in there, because that's the first location of your question to get to other things. So you need your help buttons, so they are always built into your operating systems. You have your different categories of operating systems. You have your embedded operating systems, your handheld phones. Android runs the Android OS, which runs Google+. You have network operating systems, such as Link computers. If you've ever been to an internet cafe, that would be an example of networked operating systems. Or if you ever went to a casino, those would be examples of networked operating systems. Standalone operating systems, what you have on your system, what I have on my system right now, are standalone operating systems, such as Windows 7, Mac OS, Unix, and Linux. Here's some examples of operating system. Windows, it's the most widely used operating system. It's probably, it's not the best, but it is there, and it's widely used. Mac OS, powerful and easy to use, more for your graphical people. Unix, it's mainly for web-based back-end work. It's more for the technical side. And Linux, it's non-proprietary. It's free for users, and it allows you to use another operating system without paying for it and still giving you that graphical user interface that you so need. Windows, like I said, is the most powerful operating system. You're not going to find one that's loaded on a Dell computer. You're not going to find a Unix operating system. You're not going to find any other operating system. You're always going to find some version of Windows, whether it's Windows 7, Windows Vista, or even Windows 2003 and 2008, which are on the server grade side. Mac OS is, like I said, is mostly for people that like graphics, that don't need anything heavy technical. They make things real bubbly and pretty, and that's how the users like it. Like I said, the Unix operating system and the Linux operating system. Unix is more for advanced users, and the Linux is more for the people that want to be advanced but still rely on that GUI and a little bit of hand-holding technique. Virtualization is, for example, the casinos. You know, when you go to a casino, every machine may look like it's on their own and running its own little piece, but they are running some type of virtualized operating system that is ran from a central location or from a server within inside of the casino. Mobile phone operating systems, you have your iPhone operating system, Android operating system, Windows 7 operating system, as well as your BlackBerry OS operating systems. Most utilities that come in operating systems, you get troubleshooting and diagnostics, you get antivirus programs, you get programs to allow you to uninstall programs on your computer. There's backup programs that allow you to back up your important things such as pictures, movies, even your whole computer. And you have file compression programs, which your computer allows you to archive massive amounts of files to give you more space on your computer. Some examples of Windows utilities: you have your backup and restore, disk cleanup, and disk defrag. When your disk becomes defragmented, what that is it actually removes bad sectors on your hard drive. Let's say this is your hard drive, and these little pie squares here are pieces from a program that you uninstalled. When you run disk defragment, it gets rid of these spaces here and makes your disk a full circle again. So that's a little bit in disk defragment. When you do disk cleanup, that does not defrag your drive, but it gets rid of programs that you don't need or temporary files on your computer that you need to get rid of but not aware of where they actually are. I'm going to skip through these because we just talked about them. Utility suites such as Norton Systems, McAfee Office, vCommunication System suites, as well as a couple they don't list is Malwarebytes. That's also a system software that does firewalls, antivirus, and a couple other things. Okay, now we're on device drivers. A device driver is those little discs that come in, you know, if you buy a printer or if you buy a monitor or a keyboard, anything that you buy that's electrical that hooks up to your computer, it comes with a disk driver. And what that disk driver is a type of software that loads into your computer that allows your computer to communicate with whatever device that you just purchased. Most devices that you find on the market will be Windows compatible. Most manufacturers contact Windows to make sure that it goes out in their monthly updates if there is a new device driver out for a specific device, such as a keyboard or printer. Virus protection and internet security. Just remember that you always need virus protection on your computer. I'll let you review this slide, but a good free one would be Avast antivirus. So, careers in IT. This chapter would get you ready to be a system administrator. System administrator, you'd be working on Unix systems, Linux systems, Windows systems, and you would actually manage the system level day-to-day task and monitor it from what the operating system can't monitor. That usually runs from 32 to 53K, maybe a little bit more, give or take, just depends on where you are. So it is very interesting system software is very important to every user. If you operate a computer, you have to rely on your system software to maintain and monitor your system and keep your system running. I did want to update. I put a survey out on the eCollege site. So as soon as you log in, there is a new survey. The reason I put those surveys there is I'm trying to mold the class and make sure that I'm giving you everything that you need to know. For those of you who are reading the mouse certification tracks, if you have any questions, make sure you email me on that, because you should have just finished your Microsoft Word section. If you're still fuzzy on how things actually work in Microsoft Word, you need to send me an email so I can kind of help you with that if you are interested in getting certified after the class. That certification is about $60 to $70 a test. There is 4 tests, and it is very easy, but you have to make sure you know the basic task within Office. As always, if you have any questions, be sure to email me at chris_jones@tamu-commerce.edu. And I did review the Word hands-on tests, and I do appreciate some of the creativity that went into some of those. Anytime that I say creativity, if you do a really good job, something that I have not seen before, I will assign extra credit. There was a couple of people that received extra credit because their resume was awesome. It was exactly what I was looking for, even though things didn't line up properly when you actually converted that into the MKT files. If you did not convert that to the MKT files or the single web page file, then that was actually a couple of points docked off of your test. But for those of you who did, great job, great attention to detail, and you were rewarded with extra credit points for that. And until next time, I will talk to you later.